When you first tell people about this, they don't believe you because it's so freaking out there. But it was all happening. For me, self-help was a tool, not a lifestyle. And the first thing that I noticed that was unusual about this group was this fanaticism as far as recruitment. And at the end, I was expecting India to have had the same kind of reaction as I did. I said, "What did you think?" And she said, "This is for me." Because she did want to sign up and she wanted to do it with me, I sucked it up. I paid for it. I thought 5 days with my kid. I can't imagine a better way to spend my time. I really didn't understand what I was getting into at all. And definitely not where we've ended up, for sure. There were things about the program that I thought were weird, but because I wasn't informed about the warning signs of what are dangerous cults, I didn't recognize those warning signs as dangerous. So I watched India get progressively more and more sucked in. I thought that one day she would literally wake up and go, "You know what, this was a phase, I've outgrown it, it doesn't serve me anymore, and I'm going to move on with my life." And that didn't happen. It wasn't until April 2017 that somebody stepped forward and said, "I need to tell you what's really going on. I need to tell you what your daughter is part of." And that's when I learned about DOS. What I learned was that there was a secret group of women that called each other slaves and masters, and that they'd had to sign a lifetime vow of commitment to their master, and that Keith apparently was at the top of this pyramid, and all of it was to condition people to accept things that they might not have accepted before, and that's how thought reform works, through undue influence and uninformed consent. These are beautiful young women half his age that none of them were thinking, "This is a guy that I really want to have sex with." I had to do something, and I had to do something quickly. And so I immediately reached out to India. I confronted her on whether she was branded. And she said she was, but she didn't see a problem with that it hadn't been wasn't coerced, it was her decision. Then I saw, wow, this is what's so brilliant about thought reform, is that they make you believe that you're choosing to do these things. I did everything wrong. I used the brainwashing word, I used the cult word, and you do not use those words with people in that situation. So my worst fear of rupturing our relationship came true. I told them what I thought was going on, and I had urged them to open an investigation. The minute I decided that I was going to have to expose the situation with my daughter and take on this group that was so incredibly dangerous and litigious that people were so afraid they literally left and went into hiding, I knew I was at risk.
The leader of an alleged sex cult has been arrested in Mexico.
Keith Raniere and actress Allison Mack are facing federal sex trafficking charges.
I hate to be jubilant about somebody's demise, but I was ecstatic when Keith was arrested. Ecstatic.
It's the first time that someone like a Keith Raniere has been arrested before a Jonestown incident.
What I heard was that Keith's arrest was just the beginning. They have arrested 5 more people.
Allison, how are you feeling going into court today?
Do you feel guilty at all for what you have done, ma'am?
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people who you've hurt?
I think there's more to come. The point of the book is to show that if somebody like India, who's probably the most sane, level-headed, grounded, loving, beautiful human being, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anybody, truly. only India will be able to tell you this in her own words, what her moment, and maybe there were multiple moments, I honestly don't know. My daughter, as I always believed, is a very intelligent young woman, and I've always believed that she was going to figure it out.